What's up, guys? Daryl from Smart Shooters, and today I ran my first course with the Staccato CS. I ran the Performance Pistol course by Two Vets Development Group. I'll put a link to their stuff in the description. But I ran a course with my Staccato CS, and although I didn't get footage of actually running the course, I did want to talk through what it was like using this gun in an actual course. So before I get going on this video, my name is Daryl Rostic. I own a manufacturing company, Rostic Arms, where we make AR-15s, some Glock slides, some 2011 grips on the way, and a few other things. So make sure, you check us out. I also am a firearms instructor. I focus primarily on entry-level to intermediate-level firearms education. I especially serve underprivileged communities who don't have access to such training. And I go in and introduce them to what responsible gun ownership looks like and start them and guide them through their firearms journey. If that sounds like a notable cause to you, I need you to like this video. I need you to comment on this video. I need you to subscribe to my channel, man. You know, getting that number up. We just broke 6,000 subscribers. Super dope. Thank you guys all so much, man. We appreciate all that support. If you want to learn more about my education company, smartshootersllc.com. We appreciate any support. Grab some merch, grab a t-shirt or something. We appreciate all the support. Also, for the manual reviewer who may be reviewing this video for monetization, I am not shouting out any sponsors. YouTube just changed the rules where now you can't talk about gun sponsors. Nothing of that I mentioned is a sponsor. These are all companies that I own. There's no exchange of monetary value for any of that. So don't demonetize my video. So I ran my first pistol course with the Staccato CS. And man, when I tell you it was an experience, this was an experience. I ran it with this gun specifically for a couple reasons. One, I wanted to evaluate this gun to see if I should use this as my new concealed carry gun, especially because I have a Staccato P as well. I thought that keeping the same battery of arms with the manual safety, with the grip safety, the same texture, same feel, between my home defense gun, which is my Staccato P, and my potentially new carry gun, I thought it would be great to test this and evaluate it in a class and actually run it through its paces and see how it actually holds up. So this pistol performance class was great for testing out the Staccato CS. In this class, we did things like practicing transitions with red dots. Of course, we did drawing from our holsters and practicing different drawing techniques. We did shooting on the move, transitions between targets. It was just a lot of fun. Pistol performance class with Two Vets Development Group was so awesome. Thanks again, Kyle, for having me. I enjoyed myself so much. Getting back to the Staccato, there was definitely pros and cons of running this in that course, man. And that's what I wanted to find out, because anybody could go stand in front of a target, bang, 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 bang. Oh yeah, it shoots smooth, and start carrying it, right? It's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to practice drawing it from a holster. I wanted to practice and see what tac reloads were like, what emergency reloads were like, using this platform. And let me tell you, there are definite pros and cons of the Staccato CS. Let's talk about it. First con from running the course is the magazines. These magazines do not like dirt. They do not like to be dropped. And when dirt gets inside of those holes, those springs do not want to work. So luckily, I had some Goliath gun solvent, and I was able to just spray it down and get that dirt up out of there. But yeah, these mags were very finicky for the course. They did not like to be dropped. The next biggest con, that wasn't actually a con, it was more or less just a learning curve, was the battery of arms. All right, getting used to running that safety. Specifically, the thumb safety. The grip safety on a Staccato is no problem to engage. Like, there's nothing there. You can't even loose grip this pistol without engaging the grip safety. So I want to clarify that this is not the grip safety I'm talking about. It's the thumb safety. Specifically, I had challenges when I drew from my holster. So as I drew from my holster, if I did not get my thumb on top of the safety and I got it side by side, the recoil impulse will cause me to drop below it, and then the next shot I just was accidentally bumping. And you can accidentally bump this safety just a little bit and the gun will not fire. So even though I wasn't just clearly turning it on, I would bump it, say, that much. Right, so that's not fully engaged, but it's not down fully. And so the gun wouldn't fire. That was a huge challenge for me at the course this weekend. I would say after about maybe 60 or so rounds, it became more natural to draw. And as I drew and dropped that safety, letting my thumb ride on top of that thumb safety as I established my grip. It made things interesting at first, to say the least, but I do feel like I got the hang of it. I wasn't really stressed about it the whole time, but like the first hour of the course was a headache, running the course of fire and accidentally actuating the safety. The next con would have been any 2011 style handgun, but that slide in the sunlight just gets hot, and it gets hot to the touch, like real hot. Now we were shooting, there were no trees, no barricades or anything to provide shade, so it was just hot. So anytime I was leaving my gun out and not having it reholstered, this slide got real hot. Again, not a big deal as I was running the course, but definitely hot enough where it was worth mentioning, because boy, I tell you, twice I touched that slide and it was ridiculous. Let's talk about pros. One of the biggest pros is that this gun shoots way bigger than it is. This is a 3.5-inch barrel, so this would be like the smallest PDP F series from Walther or something like that. This gun shoots big. I mean, I felt like I had a full-size Glock out there. Now, the interesting thing is, one of the guys afterwards, we just kind of had a free shoot, and I let him run my CS for a minute because he had never shot a Staccato before. He thought it was pretty snappy.
What?
He was like, it's got a lot of kick to it.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I just don't feel it, I guess.
That nigga's tripping.
And I normally, before this, like I said, I carry a Glock 45. And I just don't feel the snappiness of this that everybody talks about. Of course, there's way more recoil than shooting a Staccato P, but to the point where it really is like that noticeable for me, I don't feel it. It seems very much so similar in recoil impulse to a Glock 19. And I know some of you guys get mad when I say that. How dare I compare a Staccato to a Glock? But I'm simply just talking about the recoil impulse. If you can handle the recoil impulse of a Glock 19, then in my opinion, you should be able to handle the recoil impulse of this with no problem. I would even argue that this is probably a little smoother than a Glock 19 when it comes to the recoil impulse. And another pro is that trigger. As we started running some competition style drills, this trigger showed out. Right? Like, a lot of people don't like a 4-pound trigger. They think it's too heavy. I'm not one of those guys when it comes to carry style pieces that goes 2.5 pounds and 2 pounds. 3.5 is like, that's the sweet spot for me. But this isn't much heavier than that. And I tell you what, when it comes to running and gunning, I was blazing through those speed drills. As soon as that beep went from that tack timer, I was gone, man. Like, this trigger, I don't know if I even could do a good job of showing you guys. That's all the take up there is right there. That's it. That's the wall. There it is. The reset of that trigger, that reset is like nothing. So it's not a con or a pro to me. Just something else worth noting is the tactical reloads and emergency reloads that we ran in the class. Reloading this is definitely nowhere near as smooth as reloading my Staccato P. That Dawson Precision Magwell makes a huge difference. And I had to admit this to myself, right? I'm gonna order and try the QVO Tactical Magwell, but that Magwell makes a huge difference. And it's not that these reloads were hard. I mean, the mag slides in great, but it just wasn't as smooth as with the Staccato P. Magwells do make a difference. So all in all, I'm probably at about maybe 1,000 rounds, a little more than that on this Staccato CS. These guns, I don't know if it's the DLC coating or what, but they don't wear like that. Like, you will see wear on the actual aluminum frame from me just going in and out of a holster. And I learned my mistake on that is that I was using a Staccato CS 2023 holster and not a 2024 holster. Let's talk about that. So like I said, there's some spots where you can see some scratches or wear, and I don't mind scratching my guns because they're no safe queens, but you can see wear on the frame from me running it in and out of the holster. I try to do 50 to 100 reps of dry fire when I get up every day. It just helps. But that wear is not from my current dry firing. When I first got this, I did not know the difference between the 2023 and 24 models of the Staccato CS. And the frame is flush with the slide on the 2024 models. On the 2023, the frame is actually indented, like it's not out as far as the slide goes. So Staccato holsters for 2023 models are just that much thinner to where if you try to force a 2024, you're not only gonna wear your holster, but you're gonna get all these rub marks on your gun. So, you know, lesson learned. I switched for my inside the waistband, running the Safari Land Incog X, and I like it so far. But this one is made for the 2023 and 24. I don't know if you guys can see that writing on there, but it's made for the 2023 and 24 models. It fits just fine. That click, you gotta have that click at the end. The course was great, the gun was great. Drawing in and out of a holster was fun, especially because I ran an outside the waistband holster. I think it was by C&G Holsters. The holster was decent. There was nothing bad about it or anything like that, but I won't say there's anything amazing about it. It did what a holster is supposed to do. It held the gun in place until I was ready to use the gun. I think that I'm comfortable carrying this. That dry fire, every rep, I'm just working on dropping that safety and letting my thumb ride on top of that safety. But all in all, this was a cool gun to run for the course. Again, shout out to Two Vest Development Group because their performance pistol class was great. I wish I had footage, but for my first time going there, you know, instructors are kind of funny on what they let you record and stuff, but I am gonna take the course again and capture some footage. He's also gonna be running a rifle course, and my rifle company, Rustic Arms, I'm gonna provide some rifles for rentals, and our company will be there and we'll actually get a chance to see other people run our rifles and give you guys that footage because a lot of people wanna know how our rifles run. Well, there you have it. That's it. Staccato CS. I think I can officially say my new concealed carry piece. It's gonna replace my Glock 45, at least for summertime carry. And again, I'm trying to keep the same battery of arms because my home defense gun is a Staccato P. And hopefully I'll be upgrading that Staccato P to a Staccato XC. So stay tuned to the channel, man, because I'm hoping in the next couple weeks to run the XC. And who knows, we might get some work done to this, man. We might get some work done to this. So that's it for today's video, man. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell, man. Make sure you get alerts when we drop videos. If you like independent content, again, YouTube is cracking down on gun stuff. It doesn't really hurt me as much because I'm an FFL dealer. I don't have to have a bunch of sponsors. Most stuff that I shoot is just stuff that I buy. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate you. You know what my businesses are. If there's any way I could serve you, please let me know. And I'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace.